So one thing I'd have to say is like I'm going to celebrate this because this was this is a great time for us because it's making us change, and I think it's added a new life to our business and so forth. And Maggie's coming to celebrate too because Maggie and another thing that we have to celebrate too, and we want to thank Gary and his team at Dufferin Medias for having this venue for us to be able to share exciting news, but also real estate every day, right? Welcome to the Bamford & Co. podcast, Beyond the Keys. Today I'm joined with our new brokers, Sherri and Randy Singler, and my brother Ryan. So welcome and thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. We're super excited to be here.
Yeah, it's fun. We're super excited to be. I mean, we've been looking for a while for a brokerage that fit our values and I guess what we wanted to grow as a team, right? And so one thing I'd have to say is like I'm going to celebrate this because this was this is a great time for us because it's making us change, and I think it's added a new life to our business and so forth. And Maggie's coming to celebrate too because Maggie and another thing that we have to celebrate too, and we want to thank Gary and his team at Dufferin Medias for having this venue for us to be able to share exciting news, but also real estate every day, right? And so I think he's doing his 200th episode today, and we're super excited for him. So like claps off to Gary and the team. Yeah, we really appreciate you being the man that you are and for having us on and highlighting things that we care about. Hockey helps the homeless and One Small Step. They mean a lot to us, so thank you. But now we're here to talk more about Randy and Sherri and the vision that they had for Coldwell Banker. I mean, you guys have been in the real estate business for a long time, and I guess I'll first put this question to Randy. So what was your vision when you were creating Coldwell Banker Signature, and what was it that you were looking at to create a better client experience for our clients, but also to the agents overall? So I'd love to.
I guess where it all stemmed from when I first started in real estate, I worked and I had a great mentor, and he had a really good family atmosphere. And I really enjoyed that. And then when we were lucky enough to take over Coldwell Banker from Rich Janot, there was a great opportunity, and we just had a vision of not being the biggest brokerage, but trying to be the most professional with everything we do, with conveyance to like our agents and mentoring and things like that. And we're so lucky that everything's turned out how it is, and we're actually living our vision right now. So
that's awesome. I think luck is usually hard work.
Yeah.
And we appreciate for what you've created because, I mean, when you go there, so the middle of Coldwell Banker, there's this massive family room. And it's interesting because I once called it a family room. I was like, it's like a family room, right? It's everybody gets together and kind of sits down, and it doesn't seem like it's a brokerage that at all competitive. It's everybody supporting each other and so forth. And when we first sat down with you, when you were going over the mission and the vision and your values, it was so wild how much it aligned with what we were wanting to build and continue as Bamford & Co., right? So would you feel that way, Ryan?
100%. It's been amazing welcome over to Coldwell from the agents, from you guys. You know, it's nice to be able to have somebody that has the same vision that we do, and to grow our businesses together. We're excited about it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, you know, obviously support has been obviously a big thing when Greg and I were looking for a new brokerage. How at Coldwell have you been able to, be able to give back the support for the agents, but also doing that by fostering teamwork and innovation?
Well, I think that speaks a lot to what Randy was saying before. Family and teamwork are number one priority for us to support agents, and right from our admin staff, who are absolutely incredible. We're so fortunate to have them. And broker, we've got multiple of us to offer support to agents and try to say 24/7 support, but that's a big part to what we've done, and just maintaining that collaboration and the environment, brick and mortar still works for us. Office is full, everybody loves coming, and we just love having everybody there. It's awesome.
For sure. Well, it's an environment, is that I haven't felt like that, something like that for quite some time. So it's welcoming and it's nice to be there.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah,
for sure.
a lot of the people that are there right now have been with you for a long time. Like,
Definitely.
who is probably the longest employee that you have?
Well, Jackie's been with us for probably the longest. Or Jaden was even a little bit before that, because she was
Was
doing
it?
photography too. So
Yeah, and I
yeah.
was asking her, and so how many years has Jaden been with you for?
Oh gosh, since our beginning,
Yeah.
over 10 years.
And I think
Definitely.
Chandra was the first piece that we got. When we
Right.
took over the brokerage, she was kind of just like selling a little bit, but she, just had Danica. And so me and her were partners when we first started real estate. And when we took this journey on, we knew how important it is to have support in an office manager and somebody that has so much wisdom. So she came and worked with us day one.
Yeah,
And we've been together ever since. So.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like we've been in the business almost 20 years now, and it's still super important to have a manager that can answer questions, right? And also I find that also a team, like you guys still sell real estate, right, Randy? Like you sell a lot of real estate. So you're on top of everything that's going on. And so it's nice to be able to still ask those questions, because I mean, even though we've got the experience, it's still nice to be able to just throw it for a second opinion too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That happens so much in our office with everybody just bouncing stuff off each other, and everybody's either been in this situation or they're available to offer some advice and walk everybody through it. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It seems like there's a lot more collaboration that I've seen, at Coldwell than we've seen in the past, right? So
Yeah, that family room where everything kind of, it's like the heart of kind of the brokerage, and there's a lot of people sitting there. I mean, I think I walked in and someone was like, "Hey, would you like to come to a wine and charcuterie party?" And I was like, "When's it starting?" They're like, "An hour." I was like, "Oh, that's wild." And then it was someone the other day I was walking by and they're like, "Would you like to come for tea?" And I was like, "Tea?" They're like, "Oh, we do afternoon tea." I was like, "This is wild," right? But it's everybody getting together and just having a conversation and then supporting, right? Everybody's got their computers out and kind of, what do you think about this, right? Which I think is super collaborative, and I'm excited to go into the brokerage. So thank you.
Yeah, and actually that collaboration, like we have such an amazing group of new agents. And what I find right now is their work ethic is just incredible. But with them being in the office, they just soak up everything from, the producers that are out there and work on things together. And me I learn as much from them with new ways to do business and what's their successes. So you always think you have things figured out, and then they have new systems that they're running that are actually pretty brilliant. So
Right.
yeah, it's great. So.
that's awesome. Well, Randy, this is a question for you. Obviously, we've, been looking at client care for, being a big factor for us. Is that how at Coldwell have you been able to provide strategic strategies or resources to be able to enhance that client journey?
I think it all stems, like Sherri said before, just right from our base, and that's our staff. They work extremely hard. They're very on top of things and innovative, and they don't let things get by where they're following up on people and making sure our agents are taken care of. And then that stems to the agents, where we just basically as a family help each other. So if there is a problem that arises for client care, it's not like you're working with one agent. It's like you all have 90 agents in your corner, because all of us help each other and talk each other through clients, situations. So that's kind of the biggest win I think we have. And it really does stem out into our clients. So.
It's interesting. I was having a conversation with someone from a different brokerage that likes the virtual model.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I love this." And I was like, "Cool, good for you." Because I said, I don't like it. I was like, I like going into a place. I'm a people person, and it's like, and just to be able to collab makes a big difference, I think, for me in my business. And then, as you said, like, it's a young brokerage.
Yeah.
Like you have a lot of young people, which then also adds a different energy to the brokerage, right? And then I think also brings more people, it attracts more people, I think. At least that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I would agree with that for sure. And we have our awesome older experienced agents that they're just enjoying having that energy as well. So it's been a really good a good fit. We're really lucky with that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep.
They're the ones having tea.
Actually, it's not.
It's
No,
the younger ones.
that's a lie.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I think it was Trish and Joy, actually, to be honest, that were like, would you like to come for an afternoon tea? And I was like, this is perfect. I mean, Caroline's from England. I was like, you should invite her next time, right? And
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's, no, we really appreciate it. And we really look forward to building Bamford & Co. out at your brokerage. When we are looking for the right fit, we're looking at a place that we could then also bring on more agents to be able to then support our clients better and to look at how automation and AI will be able to better service the, I guess, industry overall, right? And so that was a lot of it. Technology was, I think, a big fit.
Yeah.
You guys really pushed that. I mean, Randy, like you said, you're a tech geek.
Yeah.
I think that comes into it a little bit, right?
Well,
And-
I constantly go down rabbit holes and try to find different things. And, it's something that really works because we still sell, real estate and stuff like that. We found a really cool system, and so we brought it to the brokerage. And it's working really well. And if there's ideas by our agents, we always like to change. And we'll look at it and go, that's a great idea. I think we're going to expand on that and let's try something like that. So it's always a family working together. So
It's interesting. It's always one of those things now that I keep on looking at my business. It's being comfortable being uncomfortable.
yeah.
Right? It's like once you get used to it, it's a little bit easier. But at first, you're like, man, this is a lot of change.
Yeah.
Like it's
For
sure.
Yeah, so it's we're excited for those changes. Yeah.
Well, that leads to agent growth personally and professionally, right?
For sure it
And,
does.
We're
Yeah.
very proud to and so honored to have you guys part of our team.
Well, thank you. I
and
really
our
appreciate
family.
that.
And we've got a renewed energy as well. So
It was, I think we made a couple of different comments. One is we appreciated the phone call the day that we just first started. We were like, that was an awesome phone call to feel appreciated and feel valued and that we were part of the team, right? Like, as you say, a family. That's like, I like people, right? So it's cool to be part of that. And then the other side was that it was interesting watching you guys come back after the Christmas holidays and go from office to office to office and just, I guess, have conversations with individual agents of like, how was your holidays? Also, like, how can we support you in the next year? Where are you at with your team, with your goals and so forth?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's impressive. I was like, we hadn't had that before because with a team, we a lot of times did it ourselves.
Right.
But to have our brokers and management and so forth going from room to room and just having those conversations, I mean, for myself, was very respectful and we thank you for doing that because
Yeah.
it just shows you how much you care about your brokerage and the agents, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a different thing because when you start talking to people about goals, I was always driven, goals, numbers,
Right, yeah.
things like that you brought up with
I'm
coaching and
competitive.
things.
So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
get it.
For
Like,
sure.
But what you start to find out is not everybody's goals are about that.
right.
It's more time off. It's more family time. So how do we revamp that to achieve your goals, right? So, but it's not always about numbers. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We believe that also it's about making Saskatoon overall a better community.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I think that that your values, I mean, with Synergy 8 and everything that you do, we respect that. Just because, I mean, we've got things that we really care about that we've been part of it and just trying to make Saskatoon a better place. But it's all of our part to be able to do it, right? So,
Exactly.
so Sherri, if we were looking at a couple of things and you're looking, did I jump?
No,
on
not
the
at all.
question?
No, we're good. Yeah,
We're good. So what would you say, I mean, I think we've probably went over a lot of things that you
think so. I
probably
don't know what's
answered a
left.
lot of it, but like, how would you say that Coldwell differs in any way from different brokerages? But I mean, maybe that's a question that maybe it's been answered already. So I'm not like,
I think a lot of it has.
Right.
And I mean, to be truthful, we love what we do. We have a passion, and a lot of
Yeah.
our agents share that same passion. And we couldn't ask for more from our staff and our agents. The environment that they've created for us, it's so enjoyable to be around everyone and to come to that environment. And I don't know, this is like, it's been our baby, to be honest.
Right.
And we put our hearts and souls into it, and we just love it. And we're surrounded by amazing people.
it is awesome. And we're team players and we can't wait to help grow the brokerage with you, with the right people that are like-minded. And I guess we just want to say thank you. One thing that you could possibly do is follow Coldwell Banker Signature. I believe they got their social media back. So
Yep.
I think we follow, I think that's on Facebook, Instagram. Do you have LinkedIn?
Yep.
On LinkedIn as well. So it's Coldwell Banker Signature Saskatoon. Is that correct on most of them? So follow us on there. And then if you're not following Bamford of Co, for sure follow Ryan and I. We'd love for you to follow us. And if there's anything that you want us to cover, I mean, here we're kind of having conversations about how we're wanting to better service our clients and choosing Coldwell Banker Signature and what we're going to do with scaling our team and so forth. And we're just excited for 2025 and years to come. And I just appreciate my brother too as well. I mean, yeah, but it has been fun, right? And it's like we've been doing a lot of cool things. So we're excited for this year and coming. And so if you also want to follow our YouTube channel as well too, yeah, thanks to Gary and the team as well too. Everybody, we're just thanking everybody. 200 episodes, that's amazing, man, and just keep on doing it. So thanks for joining us, and we hope you have a great day.